Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out. Rising with each beat of the music is bringing real flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart's so full, I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive, we're just listening, we're existing. We stay where the music plays, and let's drop it low where the people sway. Rising with each beat of the music. back is bringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart's so full. I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive. We're just listening. We're existing. Silent nights recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be. Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing. I pretend that we are okay, like nothing's ever broken. And I pretend that we are dancing, like the nights are never ending. everything that brought me alive. Going around like nonsense, playing with the monsters. They brought me alive.
Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? How are you all doing today? Sorry, I'm a little late. I was just getting some food. Woke up like not even 20 minutes ago. I did post on my Twitter, but that was a scheduled tweet, actually. I was like, all right, midnight my time, just going to schedule a tweet real quick. That tweet actually said that I would like to have Palmer starting up top in a 4-2-3-1. And what does Robbo come out with? 4-2-3-1 with Oli Palmer starting. And I did say I wanted to have Assal and Rudoni potentially starting out on the wings with possibly Mebude as a super sub, although he has been playing really well lately, so I'm not surprised to see him in the starting 11. So I really want to see how Mebude does today on that left-hand side, and I found it interesting that he has been put on the left mid position, or left attacking mid position, left wing, whatever you want to call him. He did start there against Pompey a couple of days ago, so we'll see how potent of an attacking threat he can be. Also, Ethan Chislett starting off as the attacking mid. He also started against Pompey last time out. Assal on the right-hand side. Hartigan and Woodyard as the holding mids. Hartigan is a must-start at this point in the season. His deliveries in the box have been absolutely just sublime, really. That ball that he played to Will Nightingale against Pompey was fantastic. He's also played a couple of other really good balls into the box that led to a couple of goals, notably from Will Nightingale and Ben Hennigan on these set pieces. So, absolute must-start player, Anthony Hartigan. And then Alex Woodyard didn't actually get the start last time against Pompey. It was George Marsh, but I think that was more so for rotational purposes. We did see Zaki Walla starting last time against Portsmouth. Not really the most fantastic game in the world from him. But yeah, Nick Zanov, of course, is going to be starting today. Alexander Lawrence on the outside back positions. I would have liked to have seen Nesta against Walker starting today. Did play very well against Pompey. But Henry Lawrence, of course, a very strong player from the Chelsea Academy. Not surprised to see him in the rotation. Against Morecambe, how do they match up against Morecambe? Okay, Morecambe will be playing a 4-3-3 as per usual for them. They're going to have Gnawa on the left. I don't know too much about Delaney, but I did a little bit of research on the other players for Morecambe. Gnawa, some experience, a lot of League 2 experience actually, but not necessarily the best player historically speaking in terms of stats. Did score 4 goals and had 1 assist for Maxfield in 29 starts in 2019-2020, but other than that, not really the best output historically. 2 goals, 5 assists for Bolton in League 2 last season. Not too bad. He did prioritize more of the assists last season, but for Morecambe, this is his first season. I don't know if it's on loan actually or not, but their most notable player, though, Cole Stockton, starting up front in the striking position, striker position, really. Has a lot of experience with Morecambe. Actually, this is his 3rd season in a row. Did have a loan spell in 2016-2017 for Morecambe. His highest goal tally was his first season for Morecambe, 2019-2020. Scored 5 goals. Also scored 5 goals in their loan spell. Played for Tranmere a few years. Last season, though, broke out with 13 goals, and I looked at some highlights from Cole Stockton, and he is a player that could really score from anywhere. He has his back to goal. He can just all of a sudden turn around, volley it from like 22 yards out, not even facing the goal, hit it top corner. So do not give this man an inch. That is all I have to say. He is a fantastic striker, honestly. I will say that right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he made his way into the top 10 of goal tallies in terms of top goal scorers this season. Pretty good player. We just got to nullify him, and I think we should be fine. I don't think Morecambe really have very many other attacking threats. Defensively, O'Connor, Gibson, Very strong, very physically imposing players, but tend to overcommit a little bit every now and again in terms of the defensive pressure. So if we have someone like Ollie Palmer dropping deep, maybe laying it off for Assal or Mebude, or maybe even Chislett playing a good ball over to them, I think Morecambe will be in trouble. They do tend to struggle against teams that play well around pressure. And I think AFC Wimbledon really have possessed that sort of play style lately under Mark Robinson. So I'm looking forward to this. I think they match up against Morecambe pretty well. I think in terms of final predictions, I'm going to see it being, I want to say 2-0 on the side of AFC Wimbledon here. I was wondering whether or not I should use these. These are some new gaming headphones that I got, but I'm like, nah, I don't have to go all out. I mean, it's just a football stream. I don't have to go all out here, so I'm just gonna be wearing my earbuds. Nothing too fancy. Nothing too. Wait, oh no, this is USB. Oh well. You know what? Screw it. I don't have any other headphones on hand right now, so I guess I'll use these. Why not? Make myself look cool, look professional. Okay. Do I want? Okay. Yeah, these aren't noise canceling either, so I can hear myself pretty well for the most part. All right. Teams are going to be lining up in just a second here. Yeah, no, they should be. Honestly, I think this is a very winnable game for AFC Wimbledon, considering that, in my opinion, Morecambe really are not the best attacking team in the world, and they are exploitable at times on the defensive end. So I think they should be fine here. Should be, because anything can happen in football. Speaking of anything can happen in football, Cristiano Ronaldo starting today for Manchester United. Who would have thought? If you were to have told me 2 years ago that Cristiano Ronaldo would have returned to Man United, I would have called you insane, but he is. Unfortunately, I won't be able to catch that game, so I'm just going to be watching the highlights of that one. But I mean, I grew up watching Cristiano Ronaldo. He was my favorite player growing up as a kid, and admittedly, I did grow up as a Man United fan. I still kind of have a soft spot for them, but I'm more so a spectator, more than an actual supporter. Wimbledon till I die, but I would like to see that. I would like to see Cristiano Ronaldo playing for Manchester United. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, game has started up here. Morecambe just giving away right away, hoofing it upfield. Anyway, let me set up the scoreboard here real quick. 0-0. So the last time these two played were 2016 in League 2. They have never played in League 1 before. League 2 was their highest competition that they've played in. AFC Wimbledon lost their last two against Morecambe. The last one being 2-1, and the game before that being a 5-2 goal fest. That one favoring Morecambe. So historically speaking, not the best, but this is the here and now. This is the present. Ooh. All right, Ollie Palmer almost picks off a throw in there, as the throw-in was intended for the center back. Luke McCormick suffering from a dead leg. Also, I heard somebody else. Hold on, let me... Oh, JaggyDons. Okay, JaggyDons also suffering an injury. Going to be out for a couple of games from what I hear. So hopefully he's not going to be out for too long. I was wondering why Rudoni wasn't in the starting lineup. He did come in as a sub, I think, against Pompey, but suffering a little bit of a training ground injury. So we'll see if that changes. Anyway, Ganoa on the right-hand side tries to create space for a shot, well blocked there by Will Nightingale. Ganoa is a player that historically hasn't had the best output for Morecambe, or in general hasn't had the best statistical output. But if he is given given space, given a second or two to create some space for himself for a shot, I think he will bury it. From what I've seen, he is pretty good from outside of the box in terms of creating a chance or taking it on his own. Not the quickest individual though, so I think if you pressure him, he will suffer. Gotta have my coffee, boys. Gary Lee, former Barry defender. Obviously, Barry has been buried, but yeah, they're no longer a club because of financial reasons, because of COVID. Unfortunately for them, Bolton also got hit kind of hard with a financial penalty. They got hit hard with a financial penalty or something like that. And they got demoted to League One. I couldn't stream last game because it was playing on ESPN Plus, and I didn't realize that until last minute. I don't have an ESPN Plus subscription, so I just had to go off of an audio stream. But we're back, and I think the next like 5 or 6 games or so from what I checked on the AFC Wimbledon iFollow app will be streamed on the iFollow app. I think maybe there's only going to be like maybe one more game this season that'll be streamed on ESPN Plus from my deduction, or no, not my deduction, my presumption rather. But anyway, that's a good ball played over to, oh my god. Freaking, okay, there we go. We got some buffer. Mebude, hey! Wait, that's outside the box though. That was a good ball played in by Ollie Palmer, who did drop deep. That's what I wanted to see. Ollie Palmer dropping deep, playing Mebude on the outside. Took someone on 1v1, took a heavy touch ahead of him, and it was a foul committed there. Just at the top of the box on the left-hand side, foul committed by O'Connor. As Mebude took a really heavy touch around him, just too quick. Like I mentioned, O'Connor and Gibson, very physically imposing center backs, but really not the most agile. So if you can have someone like Mebude taking a touch around him, or if they do decide to commit to the pressure to try to nick the ball off somebody that drops deep, like Ollie Palmer, for example. If we can play around them, we're going to see success. So anyway, free kick here at the top of the 18-yard box on the left-hand side. I will get a little bit of a Giazzo clip here to post in the chat if this does come to fruition. Of course, who else but Anthony Hartigan going to be delivering this one? Oh! Golazo! Golazo, Anthony Hartigan! Let's go! Anthony Hartigan takes it himself. Top corner. Let's go. That is a freaking golazo if I've ever seen one. Golazo. Let's go, boys. Anthony Hartigan with an absolute cracker from the outside of the box. That was fantastic, boys. Golazo. Come on. I just looked at the replay. Fantastic stuff from Anthony Hartigan. I will be posting that in chat. Oh my goodness. Wait. My Giazzo was working last time. Now it's not. Oh my god. Damn it. Oh well. I hope you guys take my word for it. That was fantastic. Boys and girls. Oh my god. I really wish my thing was working. It's not. Hold on. Hold on, let me use a different browser. Perhaps that will work. I'm gonna use a different browser, see if that works. It does, a different browser. Okay, I'm using a different browser, it works. Let me pull it up again, boys. Oh my god. I gotta sign in real quick. Oh, man. TCK. Sorry for the troubles here. I'll pull it up when I have the chance. Whenever there's a dead ball, I will pull it up because my fucking word, what a goal by Hartigan. Anyway, Assal plays a ball to the top of the box to Alex Woodyard, but he completely whiffs it, and that was way over the bar. Oh my god. Alright, capturing it right now as soon as it pops up. Okay, we're good now. I got the clip. Changed my browser. What the fuck? Oh, okay, it's not working, but apparently it's not working because of the because for some reason if I capture a small window it'll work, but if not, it won't. It's so weird. Ah, well, if I don't get it, I don't get it. Okay, if I don't get it, I don't get it. I'm going to go back live and commentate. Anyway, so I'm going to be 10 seconds behind here. There was a dead ball. Goal kick here. Anyway. Woodyard plays it up to Palmer. But Delaney defends here for Morecambe. Doesn't get it fully clear, though, as Woodyard tries to play Assal, but the ball gets nicked off. Ben Hennigan wins the ball as the ball was played up to Stockton as he tried to hold the ball up, but it was a nice play by Hennigan to nick it off. Plays it all the way ahead over to intended ball for Palmer, but it was one away. So now both teams are essentially playing kickball here. The football has been devolved to just kickball. Okay. Ethan Chisler just keeps it in. Tries to play it over to Assal, but it got nicked off for a throw in here for Che Alexander to take. I could not get it. I don't know what is going on with my app. I did not get it, but oh my god. It's a fantastic goal, really. 1-0, AFC Wimbledon. I forgot to update that. So far, I've just been all over the place.
Greg Lee. That's going to be a throw into Morecambe.
Okay. We're good now. We're good now. Hopefully no more struggles in terms of, yeah. Who's on commentary? You guys are probably going to get mad at me, but I actually don't know who that is on commentary right now. If anyone can catch me up to speed, that'd be great. Perhaps an old Dons player from way back when. Anyway, Morecambe knocking around here. Oof. Chislett almost nicking it off of the goalkeeper as the short goal kick was played and the ball was played back over to the goalkeeper after that short goal kick. Yeah, I mean, they're putting a lot of pressure on Morecambe. Throw-in intended there for Cole Stockton, but the pressure by Nightingale on his back ended up nicking the ball from behind there, and now AFC Wimbledon can play out. Dapo Mebude turns towards the center. You got a run being made here by Ethan Chislett. Let's see if he can find anybody here. Chislett takes it himself, tries to take a touch around Gibson. Gibson shields it. He did, yeah. Ethan Chislett did end up fouling him. I thought Gibson might have like stuck an elbow out or something, but it seems to me like Gibson got fouled himself, and it was just him trying to shield the play. So nothing comes of that. It's going to be a goal kick here for Morecambe. Anyway, I'm going to be eating here, so don't mind me. Unfortunately, again, I'm not going to be able to get little itty bitty clips and pieces from the stream due to Gyalzo issues, and I got to find another app that'll allow me to capture 6-second GIFs without any issues. See, if I capture a really small window, it'll work, but whatever. Ryan Cooney on the right-hand side tries to play a ball at the top of the box to Gnawa was the intended target there, I think. No, that was Delaney. But Nick Zanev collects it in the air fairly easily. Anyway, Woodyard clips it high and forward. Henry Lawrence intended for him, but it was Cooney that ended up chesting it down and clearing it afterwards. Anyway, let me know if the audio is good. Let me know if the iFollow commentary in the background is not too distracting. Chislett picks it up and tries to play Assal at the top of the box, but it was nicked off by Gibson. Ooh. Hardigan and Palmer putting on the pressure on the double team. Putting on the pressure on Diagorgo there, but unfortunately Morecambe play around it. Now on the right-hand side. That was a terrible pass there by Delaney. Pass intended for nobody, and Will Nightingale picks it up at the top of the box. It was a square ball intended for Stockton, but it was way off target. Now AFC Wimbledon knocking around here. This is what I expect to see. AFC Wimbledon having the fair share of possession here. Morecambe's a type of team to kind of sit back and invite pressure. Hannigan hoofs it upfield, though, all the way to Mebude. O'Connor's there first, heads it away. A couple of headers being won by both sides. Mebude wins the header, tries to knock it back for Woodyard, but Woodyard doesn't get there in time. Collides with Gibson, commits the foul. No yellow card here, though. It wasn't a completely rash challenge. It was just slightly mistimed there from Woodyard. Unfortunately, you have to be subscribed to iFollow in order to watch the game. And a video match. If you live outside the UK, you can buy a video match pass for $178 US. I don't know, depending on where you're from. Depends on what the monetary currency value of wherever you live. If you live in the UK, you have to buy a monthly pass. I don't know why they don't allow UK users to buy yearly pass, but it is what it is. Oh, Hardigan gives it away. It's a 2v2. Gnawa, good save there. Low and hard by Nick Zanev to his right-hand side. To be fair, that wasn't the best placed shot in the world there from Gnawa, but I was trying to see who was Hardigan trying to play. I think he was trying to play it back to Hennigan. He had his back towards the Morecambe goal, but I think his plant foot, his left foot, like hit the ball and like completely shanked the pass. Gnawa took a couple of touches and took a shot low and hard with his left foot. Zanev gets down to his right. Corner kick, nothing came away of it as AFC Wimbledon get their lines cleared. Anthony Hardigan is fouled. So nothing comes away with that, luckily. We did see a bit of a howler from Anthony Hardigan against Ipswich. No, it wasn't. Was it Ipswich? Yeah, it was against Ipswich. A bit of a howler there, giving the ball away at the end of the half. No, it was Oxford, excuse me. And Ethan Chisholm takes 4 or 5 touches, has plenty of space, tries to find Ollie Palmer, but nicked away by the left back Lay. Anyway, they still have it. Che Alexander gets around Gibson, has time to play a ball in, plays it low and hard, top of the 6 to Ayub Assal, but unfortunately he tried to get on the end of it and goes over the bar. Was put under pressure by O'Connor as he did stick a foot out there. The ball actually did bounce a little bit, so he wasn't able to get sweet connection on it. If he had hit it towards goal, it probably would have deflected off O'Connor, as he did throw his body into the line of fire there. But the ball was bouncing for Assal, and he hits it over the bar as he tries to stick his leg out to poke it home. It's a good play there by AFC Wimbledon. Ethan Chisholm had so much time and space to carry it all the way to the top of the 18. Yeah, it looked like the attack petered out for a second there, but then Che Alexander picked it up, took a couple of touches, took a heavy touch around Gibson, played that ball at the top of the 6. AFC Wimbledon looked pretty dangerous so far in these first 18 minutes or so. Morecambe are knocking it around here. Good defensive shape from Wimbledon. All 11 men behind the ball so far. O'Connor plays the ball over. Left-hand side, back to Gibson in the center-back position. Coming up, gives the ball away very cheaply to Ethan Chislett. Now some one-touch passing. A give-and-go attempt from Hartigan and Chislett, but unfortunately Chislett wasn't able to get on the end of that. And Chislett commits the foul at the top of the midfield. That could have been a dangerous situation if Hartigan had connected on that return pass to Chislett. He could have taken the heavy touch and maybe gone towards the final third, maybe a 3v3 opportunity there, as Gibson gave it away very cheaply. Square ball was attempted to be played around the top of the midfield circle, but unfortunately AFC Wimbledon weren't able to capitalize. It's going to be a free kick here for Morecambe. Ooh, decent ball played in there by Shane McLaughlin. I completely forgot about. Actually, no, it was number 10. It was Wildig. But anyway, Shane McLaughlin, a part of Morecambe. Morecambe now. I almost said Morecambe United. Morecambe FC rather. We'll see if he's going to be a potent threat for them. I think he is. I'm being a little bit biased here, but I think Shane McLaughlin is one of Morecambe's better players in terms of the attacking power that they possess. They don't really have too much. I think Cole Stockton, of course, like I mentioned, very good striker, can score from anywhere, really. Ganawa, a bit of a historical struggle for him, but decent player when he has some time and space. Corner kick played in really high and looping to the back post, and Nightingale just had enough time to chest it down and clear it away. Not fully clear, though. Headed forward back in by Delaney, I think. No, it wasn't Delaney. It was Diagoruga, the center mid for Morecambe. But everyone was already kind of pushing up. AFC Wimbledon's defensive line was pushing up and carrying Morecambe's front three with them, so the header was easily claimed by Zanev. The kick flicked on by Palmer. Mebude not able to get a touchdown fully, and now it's going to be on that left-hand side here to Lay. The outside back Lay, who used to play for Barry, by the way. And they are no longer in existence. Diagoriga tries to play it forward, headed away. And now Palmer is going to be trying to play a through ball into the top of the box to Ayub Assal. Good intention there, but too far forward for Assal. The ball was played around the top of the 6, and the ball just trickles out just barely wide of the goal frame, out for a goal kick. That should have been a shot there, really, for Ollie Palmer. I know he was like a good 28 yards out, but considering that the ball was almost towards frame there, could have taken it himself, really. Good attempt there, though, from Ollie Palmer to try to thread it through. Good point. Wimbledon have been first to a lot of the balls in the air, a lot of the loose balls. AFC Wimbledon have been first on a lot of them. They keep passing it back to the goalkeeper, hoofing the ball upfield, and AFC Wimbledon are constantly winning that ball from the air. That pressure from Wimbledon is just too much for Morecambe right now. They're not able to play around that pressure. They find themselves a lot of the times playing it, hoofing it upfield. Anyway, they dispossess here, though. They have an opportunity to break. It's going to be a Lay on that left-hand side with the center back, Gibson, making a run. But the overlap was attempted. Not good enough there. Picked off by Alexander, and now Assal has plenty of space to run at him. Morecambe kind of in shambles right now, as AFC Wimbledon are just able to press and press and press on the defensive end, and when they come away with the ball, they just have so much time and space, AFC Wimbledon, but nothing comes away of that situation. Assal played an overlap over to Mebude. Mebude tried to play it back to the outside and play a ball back into Palmer, but it was too close to the goalkeeper as he was able to collect. Ooh, Ganawa plays a hold-up and plays it back over, but Ollie Palmer nicks it back as he was able to track back defensively and nick the ball off after a hold-up attempt from Ganawa, who tried to play it over to somebody else. But anyway, Morecambe dispossessed once again. Gibson to Ganawa. Morecambe are playing around the back. A little bit of pressure from Palmer as Morecambe hoof the ball upfield. This time they win it with Stockton, but that header goes straight to Nick Zanev. Probably one of the first headers they won on the first attempt. A lot of the times it's been AFC Wimbledon winning the headers, whether it's Nightingale or Hennigan. So if you're a Morecambe fan watching this, you're really not too satisfied with their performance so far in their first 24 minutes or so. I kind of expected this, though. Kind of expected this. If AFC Wimbledon can play their cards right, they can play rings around Morecambe because they're not really the most potent offensive side. Very direct, very traditional style of football. Very physically imposing center backs. Very traditional team all around. So I think AFC Wimbledon should win this one. For those of you just coming in, Anthony Hartigan with an absolute worldly, and dare I say otherworldly free kick, because that is not human. Anthony Hartigan is just not human. When you think of Anthony Hartigan, you think of deliveries into the box, but this one, free kick on the left-hand side, places it top corner. It's perfect free kick. And it was an insane goal. I really wish that my video capture device was working so I can send you the link. It was working last time. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch that Oxford game, but I was testing it and it was working. But again, it's not working this time around, so I'll have to see what I can do in that department. But I'll try to do the best I can in the audio department. Ganawa trying to hold it up here off of a throw-in, but gets completely nudged off the ball there on the pressure from Nightingale. Still a throw in here. Mebude! Dumpa Mebude just chucks the ball. Dumpa Mebude just threw the ball to the other end of the pitch, and he, quite rightly, gets a yellow card for that one. I'm not sure what Mebude was thinking. It's only the 25th minute. What was he thinking? Okay. I like Dumpa Mebude. Class player. Anyway, ball played over. Nobody picks him up except for Hartigan on the offensive end. It was a ball played in to the left-hand side intended for Wildig, I think, that was making the run. Wildig gets a cross, but it was deflected by Hartigan, who was tracking back, luckily. And then another cross played in by Morecambe, collected by Nick Zanev. Just, AFC Wimbledon switch off for that 20-second span. First was Mebude doing whatever he was doing there, just throwing the ball to the other end of the pitch off of the Morecambe throw. And then AFC Wimbledon just kind of lose their marks there for a second. Morecambe win the first ball there off of a... Okay. So now AFC Wimbledon are playing it out here. Intended for Chislett there. Ben Hennigan tried to play it over, but throw in here for Wimbledon at the midfield line around that. Nice little dummy there by Woodyard. Unfortunately, plays it back over to Nightingale. I thought he might have found somebody. It was a throw, and Woodyard just kind of dummied it, faked it over. Didn't come away with anything there, so they're forced to reset with Hennigan here. First touch over to Woodyard, who gets a first-time pass over to Assal, but the ball was nicked off by the center mid, Diagoruga. Closed down by Assal once again, though, on the defensive pressure for AFC Wimbledon. That's what I like to see from Assal, coming back and playing defensively every now and again. Assal, Mebude, on the overlap is Assal, but Mebude takes it himself. Tries to play a ball at the top of the 18 to Palmer, but the pass was... It was Gibson that came away with that one. Actually, it was Cooney on that right-hand side. Cooney, the right back for Morecambe, does like to go up on the attack every now and again. I noticed that Gibson, the center back for Morecambe, also likes to go up on the attack. But like I said before the stream started, Morecambe do tend to overcommit a little bit with their center back pressure, or every now and again their center backs coming up on the attack. So if we can exploit that, we'll see. Anyway, Assal coming up. Holds off Diaruga, actually, on the physicality. Somehow, you'd think that Diaruga, a very physically imposing center mid, would come away with it, but Assal just holding it up, taking a touch around him, and getting fouled by Diaruga. Diagoruga, rather. Diagoraga. I can't freaking pronounce his name. Diagoraga. Okay. Nicely done there by Assal. He actually went to ground, like he was on his knees, and he took a touch around him with his left foot. That was beautifully done there by Ayub Assal. You don't think of Assal as a physically imposing player, but physicality being shown there by Assal, and now a free kick around 35 yards out here. Going to be taken by, I would think, Anthony Hartigan. Going to be placing this ball in. It's going to be Chislett. Yeah, Chislett and Hartigan standing over this. It's going to be Hartigan playing a ball into the box. Really good ball. Oh, top of the six, nobody gets on the end of that one. It was in between two targets. One of the targets being Palmer on that back post. The other target being Nightingale at the top of the six. Ball went just over Nightingale and just ahead of Palmer, who was making that back post run. So neither of them were able to come away with that one. Thanks for the stream. My dad's watching it. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad to be able to provide some entertaining commentary for you guys. Anyway, Ganawa on that right-hand side with Nightingale defending. Woodyard comes away to help, forcing them to play it back in a wayward ball over there by O'Connor. Easily picked up by Nightingale, but now Morecambe have it once again on the back four of Morecambe. Now Gibson's going to come forward, the center back from Morecambe. Does come forward a lot. Back over to Gibson. Just playing it around here, knocking it around a little bit Morecambe, but Morecambe really haven't found anything notable. Diagoraga gets picked off by Anthony Hartigan. Nicely done by Hartigan to pick off Diagoraga. A little bit casual on the ball there. Ooh, Mebude. No foul? Hartigan played the ball over to Mebude on the left. Mebude took a heavy touch towards the center to try to avoid the pressure being put on by Morecambe. Thought he got fouled there, but apparently not, according to the referee. So now it's going to be a throw in here for Morecambe on that right-hand side. The Don's second on the table right now. Wait, let me look at that actually. Let me look at the other results around the league currently. So we got Fleetwood beating Rotherham. Oh wait, hold on. Let me look at the long throw coming in here from Morecambe, easily headed away by Woodyard. Back over to that right-hand side. Headed away by Palmer on the defensive end. Nicely done. And Assal tries to get a clearance and gets fouled. Nicely done there by Ollie Palmer. Good header, one there. As the second cross was slightly dangerous there. Just gets a little bit of a side header flick on towards Assal, who tried to get a flick back over. It was more so a clearance there from Assal, because it was Gibson that was at the top of the box trying to nick it off of him, but nicely done there by Assal just to win the foul. His intention wasn't to try to play it forward to any of the Dons players. He just tried to get a touch, try to get there first over ahead of Gibson, and he does so. Nicely done. Anyway, 1-0 Fleetwood over Rotherham. 1-0 Cheltenham over Charlton. That's what you like to see, especially against a bitter rival, Charlton. Plymouth Argyle 1-0 over Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday actually suffered a 1-0 defeat against Morecambe. They dominated the run of play throughout the game, Sheffield Wednesday, but Morecambe got a pretty scrappy goal off the corner. Nice 1-2 played by Gibson and the other left back. Gibson on the attack here on the top of the box. Gets shrugged off by Hennigan now, and Wimbledon can break here with Che Alexander, the top of the midfield. Assal tried to get a flick on to Chislett, but unfortunately O'Connor was able to come away with that, and now back to the goalkeeper. Yeah, it was a nice 1-2 played by between Gibson and Lay. Lay played it back over to Gibson, who's been finding himself on the attacking end a lot despite being a center back, but hasn't found any opportunities to play that final ball over to like the likes of Cole Stockton or Delaney, Ryan Delaney. That name sounds familiar, by the way. Is he Ryan Delaney? Is that the player that used to play for Crystal Palace? Am I wrong here? I think I'm confusing with another Delaney, but yeah, I think it's a different Delaney that I'm referring to. But anyway, that was one spell of possession that Morecambe saw, but unfortunately didn't come away with anything. Ball played over to Ganawa, and yeah, intended for Ganawa, but Nightingale shields it off her goal kick for AFC Wimbledon. It's a beautiful free kick, by the way. They were talking about that free kick on commentary. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous free kick. Palmer wins the header once again, and the ball went forward to Assal, but the ball went all the way back to the goalkeeper. A little bit of a clash between Hennigan and Stockton there. Stockton brought it down, and Hennigan was kind of... he was hounding him. He had his hands over his shoulders trying to prevent Stockton from turning. And honestly, a good tactical foul there as Stockton. You don't want him to have an inch of space because it was 35 yards out, but Stockton could have taken a couple of extra touches. Ball won by Woodyard there. Good work defensively from Woodyard. Chislett tries to play Mebude, but misplaced the pass there. Diagouraga comes away with it. Lay hoofs it upfield as per usual here for Morecambe. Easy recollection there by Nightingale as he was able to actually play it over to Assal and switches the play. Henry Lawrence on the left instead of the right here. Takes a couple of heavy touches, defended by Cooney, and Cooney commits the foul? Or no, actually... Really? Henry Lawrence... I thought it was a foul, but apparently they give a yellow card to Henry Lawrence for simulation. I want to see that again. Oh, no, he tripped over himself. He tripped over the ball, and the referee deemed it to have been a dive. Okay, then. He tripped over himself. He didn't dive. I don't know what that was about, but yellow card for Henry Lawrence, apparently. Okay, then. That's fun stuff. I tried to look at Morecambe versus AFC Wimbledon, but the lineups just went away for whatever reason. Okay, I have the lineups pulled up again. Assal picks it off. Morecambe really haven't had any success on the possessing side. They've been hoofing the ball upfield. They haven't really strung together too many passes. Mebude tries to find Palmer at the top of the box, but easily picked off by O'Connor as he kind of committed before that pass was made. He kind of knew that pass was being played to Palmer before the pass was even made. Hartigan switches the play, intended for Alexander, but headed away by Lay. Or Lee, rather, actually. His name is spelled like Lay, L-E-I-G-H, like nay. But anyway, Assal on the middle here, back to Lawrence on the left. Lawrence touches it back to the middle here, takes a shot from about 25 yards out, took 2 or 3 touches from the left-hand side, had plenty of space to take a couple of touches towards the top of the box, takes a shot just wide of the frame there, left of the frame there as he took a shot, what is it? Yeah, took a couple touches to the center and shot it to his left, to the goalkeeper's right, down to that right-hand side of the goalkeeper. Low and hard, just barely wide of the frame there. Nicely done there by Henry Lawrence to take it upon himself, really. That's what you need to do. I mean, Morecambe are giving AFC Wimbledon time and space on that final third. They're kind of backing off and parking the bus, if you will. Kind of having not all 10 men behind the ball, but their back four is kind of sitting deep and allowing AFC Wimbledon space. But anyway, Morecambe are knocking it around pretty well here with Cooney playing it over to Ganawa on that right-hand side. The overlap is Cooney, but Ganawa takes it himself. Oof. barely cleared away there. The cross was at the top of the box intended for Delaney, but it was cleared away. But then Morecambe hoof it back upfield. That pass was intended for Lay, who was going up on the attack. That was a dangerous situation there. It was nicely done by Che Alexander, actually, who has had a couple of moments this season where he's lost his mark on that back post, but it was actually Che Alexander just over the head of Nightingale. He was able to come towards the center, stick his foot out, and get a clearance as Delaney was waiting on the other end of that. Good work there from Che Alexander. I did give him a little bit of stick on a couple of instances throughout the season, but good work there by Alexander. I think overall we're playing pretty well defensively. I think Morecambe's biggest opportunity of the game came right there, actually. I'm actually being serious here. Morecambe really haven't created anything, so I think if AFC Wimbledon continue playing the way they're playing, it should be okay. Yeah, thank you for the confirmation. Damian Delaney, who still plays for Crystal Palace, if I'm not mistaken. Morecambe just playing it amidst their center backs, and now over to Cooney. Diagoroga plays it back over to the left to Wildig. A lot of sideways passing here from Morecambe, not really able to create any chances. O'Connor hoofs it upfield, but easily defended. Easily defended there by Will Nightingale. Just shields it off. Pass was looped over the top, intended for Ganawa. But Nightingale easily able to see that one out. I like the way the Dons are playing right now. Very good defensive shape. Just preventing Morecambe from creating anything really. Just playing defensively. What's the word for it? Anyway, on the hold up here is Chislett from the goal kick. Partially cleared, but not fully clear. Back over to Hardigan. Nice little outside of the foot pass. A dummy there from Woodyard. Now over to Henry Lawrence. Plays it over to the left here. Assal, 1v1 opportunity. Plays it over instead to Woodyard. Takes a touch back over. Tries to play a looping floater over to Mebude at the back post. But unfortunately, Mebude wasn't on the same page. Ball kind of trickles along the 6-yard box. And now it's going to be a goal kick for Morecambe. That was a good run of play there, though, from AFC Wimbledon. Nice outside-the-foot touch there. Outside-the-foot pass. In between two defenders there. By Anthony Hardigan, made its way over to Henry Lawrence. It was a dummy, actually, by Woodyard after the pass from Hardigan. And then Lawrence plays it over to Assal. Assal plays it back to Woodyard. Unfortunately, the delivery wasn't very good from Woodyard. Anyway, Diagoroga able to out-muscle Hardigan, but his square pass was picked off. And now the right-hand side, the ball was intended for Mebude after a high and looping ball in there from Che Alexander, but unfortunately the ball went out. Throw in here for Morecambe. Does commit the foul there, Che Alexander, as he did push off of Lay off of the throw-in, so now it's going to be a free kick from about 40 yards out here for Morecambe. Wildig to take this one. Morecambe committing numbers forward. They have O'Connor coming up. Gibson's going to stay, though. Gibson's going to stay defensively. That was a wayward ball. Not even close to the top of the 18. Easily headed away by Anthony Hardigan. That ball kind of just curved outward away from the top of the 18. Very poor delivery from Wildig. And Ganawa was deemed offside there as the ball was played. He was tracking back, but he was in an offside position. Okay, so note to self. Morecambe are really in shambles right now. I mean, I didn't expect Morecambe really to create very much of anything. I'm not trying to be passively aggressively. I'm not trying. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to focus on the game here. Woodyard taking a couple of touches on the left-hand side, tries to nick it over, through ball attempt, finds its way over to Chislett. Chislett resets back over to Woodyard, back to Chislett, defended by Diagoroga on that left-hand side. Unfortunately, tried to play a ball to the center of the box, but it got deflected and cleared away. But AFC Wimbledon still have possession of it here. Hennigan floats it away. Nice header there, won by Chislett to flick it back over to the left-hand side to Henry Lawrence. Now at the top of the box here, Chislett plays it back over to the left to Lawrence, and Hardigan tried to play over to Woodyard, deflected off the referee, but what? The ball flicked off the referee, but it was just a partial deflection. The pass was intended for Woodyard, but Woodyard still ended up taking possession of it on the left-hand side. The referee took a good 3 seconds to blow the whistle, but then the referee blew the whistle anyway to reset the play. Okay, so he's just going to drop it back over to Woodyard. Overlap by Henry Lawrence. That was such a bizarre moment there, as the referee took a few seconds to blow the whistle and then blew the whistle, and then a drop ball. Not a drop ball, but, reset the play. Hardigan played a nice little through ball over to Henry Lawrence. Maybe that was a blessing in disguise, as it gave Wimbledon time to think about what they wanted to do there. But it's going to be a throw-in now for AFC Wimbledon. Hardigan back over to Lawrence, and then Hardigan gets a looping ball over. Nice little back flick from Ayub Assal. Heavy touch from Mebude. Deflects off the keeper. Second effort from Mebude, and the keeper comes away with it. I think that second effort... Let me see that again, because it was a throw-in. It was a back flick by Assal. Mebude takes a heavy touch on that left-hand side. The cross was deflected off of the goalkeeper. Second effort was from Assal, rather. And the ball kind of just got caught in between the keeper's feet, and he was able to just collect it. But that was a really weird exchange there. It was off the throw, and it was Assal that got a little back flick over with his left foot. Mebude took a heavy touch down the touch, or the goal line, rather. Really good touch there by Mebude to get around his defender. And it didn't really have the angle. Tried to, try to power it through the goalkeeper, and it bounced off his chest. And the second effort from Assal didn't come away with anything there, though. Nicely done there by Woodyard to come away with the ball there, as Morecambe were trying to knock it around. But resets all the way back over to Nick Zanev, though, unfortunately. I thought maybe he could have turned and tried to play someone over. Ball looped high and forward here for Ethan Chislett, but easily headed away by Ryan Delaney. Yeah, Ryan Delaney, who is the left wing, actually comes all the way and tracks back defensively there. Oh, Ryan Delaney was on loan at AFC Wimbledon. Okay, I wasn't around at the time to watch them. So, interesting fun fact there. Hardigan tries to play it upfield, nothing doing. Easily headed away. Cleared away by Diagorga, but a hopeful clearance, really. I think it was more of a clear. Yeah, it was just a clearance. Didn't really intend to play anybody there. Hoofed upfield by Nick Zanev. Palmer has won a lot of those first balls, and he wins this one, but straight over to Wildig at the top of the midfield. Now Lee back over to Wildig on that left side, pressured by Che Alexander. Forced back over to Gibson. Morecambe, only one opportunity with 5 seconds to go. O'Connor, Cooney to the right, and they're just knocking around here. Morecambe really not able to find any opportunities to play it around AFC Wimbledon. I think AFC Wimbledon's back line has been very steadfast, and all around, really, their defensive shape, not only their back four, but their midfield, has been defensively solid today. And I think it's, very good play here from AFC Wimbledon. I think they dominated the half. They didn't create as many chances as I would have liked, but but they knocked it around pretty well, kept possession, and dictated the pace of that entire half. That being said, 2-0 Cheltenham against Charlton, and 2-0 Plymouth against Sheffield Wednesday. What is going on? The world has been completely turned on its head, apparently. Completely against the run of play from both sides. Let me see the stats, actually. Never mind, not completely against the run of play. Only 2 shots, 0 on target for Charlton. 6 and 5 on the side of Cheltenham, and 60% possession on the side of Plymouth Argyle. 5 shots, 3 on target. 2 shots, 1 on target for Sheffield Wednesday. They do have the better of the possession stat, 59%, but Sheffield Wednesday not creating any chances. This is crazy, boys. AFC Wimbledon are third. AFC Wimbledon are third. Looking at the live results, Plymouth 4th, Wigan 5th, Accrington second. What is going on? You have the likes of Ipswich in 20th, Charlton in 21st, Lincoln in 17th, Cambridge. Cambridge losing 3-0. Wow. Okay. Got a lot of crazy results going on right now. But AFC Wimbledon on the live results, they're third. I know they have a game on hand against some of the other teams in the table, but who cares? Who cares? Scoreboard. But anyway, 2 shots, 1 on target so far for Morecambe, 4 shots, 1 on target for AFC Wimbledon, 52% possession here for AFC Wimbledon, but the stats only tell so much. I think AFC Wimbledon really dominated that half. Morecambe, I would like to refer to Morecambe's possession as empty possession. They played a lot of sideways passing amongst their back line. Every now and again, they would play it up to their center mid, Diagoriga, who would reset it back over to Gibson or O'Connor, play it over to Wildig. Wildig would play a square pass to Diagoriga, and then they would hoof the ball upfield to the likes of Ganawa or Stockton. A lot of empty possession being played by Morecambe, and I think AFC Wimbledon did a good job of keeping them at bay. So, very good half for AFC Wimbledon, even though the stats kind of indicate that it was more of an even half. A couple of opportunities being created with Ethan Chislick getting a little bit of a back heel pass over to Mebude from a throw-in. Mebude taking a heavy touch down the goal line and getting a shot on goal from a really bad angle, bounced off the keeper's second effort from Assal towards the end of that half. A couple of decent chances came with near chances, with balls being played in to the likes of Assal making runs into the box or Palmer making runs into the box. Hardigan, absolutely fantastic free kick, I gotta say. That was sort of like, since I didn't get the video of that, since my recording software is still corrupted, if I were to compare it to a certain goal, I would compare it to a Toni Kroos, Germany versus Sweden, last minute game winner for Toni Kroos in the World Cup in the group stages 2018. Same thing. I mean, Hardigan just placed it top right-hand corner. Whoa! Okay, I'm looking at some of the highlights here. Accrington Stanley. What the fuck just happened? Who are Accrington Stanley playing against right now? Hold on. I gotta look at this. I was about to go on break, but Accrington Stanley are currently playing Sunderland. Oh no, this was a week before. But anyway, the goalkeeper had a howler. There was like a shot that came in that was not with very much pace, around 25 yards out. The keeper tried to collect it, but then it went over his head, bounced off the post, and bounced off his hands and went back in. What the hell happened there? But that's not against Sunderland, though. That was against Shrewsbury. No, is it? Yeah, what the hell? Oh, no. I guess they're just playing some random goals throughout the season. I guess that was not against Sunderland or Shrewsbury or MK Dons. Who was that against then? I don't know. Or it might have been Shrewsbury, actually, now that I think about it. But anyway, I digress. I will be back. I will return in about 10 minutes or so. And so far, I'm happy with the way that AFC Wimbledon are playing. So stay tuned. We'll be back for more.
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me, for who I can't go back to. Walking through all the dust, memories and frame a past we simply let fade. But I don't close the door, waiting a chance for when we'll be back again. You make me feel so crazy, still
That job is where they...
I know you feel alone, sad that sundown on your own. You've been walking too long, but it's time to stand up. The truth is we are still young again. Let's run away and get lost at the old days. We see the rain, no time to wait, so go back to the old days. To the old days. So go back to the old days. Show them the beast inside. You're a strong survivor, not a lifeless stone. Just know you're not alone. Together we'll fight. The truth is we are still young again. Let's run away and get lost at the old days. We see the rain, no time to wait, so go back to the old days. To the old days. So go back to the old days.
All right. We have returned. Okay, I gotta set this up. Switch over it. Okay. Goal kick here for Morecambe. Nothing came of that situation. Just gotta reset the timer here real quick and we'll be good to go. 0-0. 46-02. Alright, we're good. Let's see who wins this one. Okay. Morecambe finally went ahead at that time with, what was his name? Wildig? Yeah. But AFC Wimbledon come away with it. Foul committed on to Alex Woodyard there. Oh, quick free kick here, but ball played over the top by Hartigan. But it was Cooney that came, or Delaney actually on the defensive end. I saw number 15 there. Delaney, the left wing, actually came all the way back, track back defensively. Surprisingly enough, got to that one. The ball was intended a quick free kick, actually. Ball played over the top to Ayub Assal, but nothing came of that situation. Oof. Another through ball attempted to Ayub Assal, this time on the ground. Lay was able to shrug it off. I would like to see more of that first half performance from AFC Wimbledon. In terms of lineup shifts, I think... Hold on. I think we could keep the same lineup, to be fair, and then maybe have one or two substitutions. Hold on. Give me a second. Trying to pull up the lineups again. I think the commentary team is on hiatus right now. Anyway, ball played over the top here. Left-hand side. Ooh, Mebude takes a heavy touch. Has plenty of space. Maybe laid off. Woo! Laid it off to Ayub Assal, who took a heavy first touch, and there was a little bit of a tug-of-war between two center backs and Palmer and Assal. But anyway, they come away with it, Morecambe. And now Ganawa takes a touch around Woodyard as he came sliding in, over committing, but the ball was switched over to the left-hand side now. Great block there by Che Alexander on the defensive end, but the ball's still in possession of Morecambe. Gets a couple of touches around, and it's a goal. It is a goal for Morecambe. Their first real decent run of play throughout the game. They switched it over. That's really unfortunate, but anyway. They switched it over to the left-hand side to Delaney, who got a nice little ball over. Not fully clear, though, and there was a little ball played inside from a Wildig, I think, to Stockton. Stockton just buries it far post. Anyway, let me re-commentate that. So the ball was switched over to the left-hand side here for Delaney. Step over attempt blocked by Che Alexander, but then Lay came away with a chest touch down at the top of the 18. Nobody picked him up, Wildig, and he played a little 5-yard through ball into Stockton, who buried it. And of all the players to give an opportunity to score, you do not want it to be Cole Stockton, of all people, and he puts it away. It's going to be 1-1 here for Morecambe. Anyway, Ethan Chislett, top of the box here, left-hand side, plays across in. Nobody on the end of that one. I'll change the scoreline in a second when I have the chance. But anyway, now Morecambe come away with the possession here. They lump the ball high and forward to Stockton, who holds the ball up, heads it down to Wildig. But Wildig, the header was too powerful for Wildig, and it kind of bounced off his head out for a throw in here. And now AFC Wimbledon will reset here with Hennigan. That sucks. The audio is still not working, by the way, for the iFollow commentary. But yeah, anyway, 1-1. Morecambe equalized. AFC Wimbledon switched off defensively for a second. And they just gave Wildig so much time and space to chest it down and take a little extra, or take it, not a touch, but anyway. Ollie Palmer holds the ball up from a head height pass back over to Hartigan, who plays a nice crisp pass to the left-hand side to Chislett. Outside overlap to Henry Lawrence. Low and hard, but easily cleared away. Not fully, though, as Chislett comes away with it, but picked off by Diagorega. And now ball over to Ganawa, who takes a touch easily around Anthony Hartigan. Gets it over to... That's a ball over to Stockton, who tries to take a chest touch, but nicely defended there in the end by Ben Hennigan, who tracked the ball, who like looked over his shoulder to track the pass and was able to come away with it. But a corner kick for Morecambe, and now the game really has completely turned on its head. It's now Morecambe who are on the front foot here. Long throw in, actually. It was around the corner area. I thought it might have been a corner, but anyway, Dapo Mebude on the break here takes a really heavy touch, tries to get around his defender there. But it was good defending in the end by none other than Shane McLaughlin, of all people, who was able to. I mean, he's pretty pacey himself. I'm not surprised he was able to keep pace. I haven't talked about Shane McLaughlin. He hasn't seen much of the ball in that first half. But anyway, ball on the left hand side being broken once again. Takes a touch back over. It was number 7 actually. Number 7 coming in as a substitute, Wes McDonald. Plays a far post cross to Ganawa, who plays a square ball over to the top of the box. Ganawa played the ball over to Wildig, but Wildig gets a very weak effort at goal. Anyway, yeah, I was wondering who that was. A substitute coming in, Wes McDonald, coming in for Gibson, and he's coming up and assisting the play for Morecambe quite a bit. So already giving some problems. When I said that was Delaney, it was actually Wes McDonald, the substitute, who was one of the key pieces for that goal. He was the one that was on that left-hand side and tried to play a ball in that initially got partially cleared, but then the ball found its way back over to Wildig at the top of the box, had time to touch it down. But anyway, yeah, Wes McDonald already making an impact for Morecambe. Not even a few minutes in, and he's already making a huge impact for them. So they're going to have to watch out for him coming up from the center back position and being a threat. But anyway, long throw here for Che Alexander to take. Easily won by number 15 there. Now they're able to break. Again, Wes McDonald. This time it was picked off by... not picked off, but it was a sliding effort there by Anthony Hartigan to allow the play to fizzle out temporarily. So it's going to be a throw in here for Morecambe. Morecambe are now on the front foot, like I mentioned. They are actually dominating the possession, too, with Ganawa playing a through ball over to Wildig, defended by Nightingale. Nicely done by Nightingale. Actually comes away with it in the end as Wildig tried to play a back heel pass over, but Nightingale stands his ground and comes away. Chislett tries to take a touch after a heavy ball, or a high and looping ball. Ganawa takes it to his left foot. It's a really good cross, and it's another goal. It was a beautiful cross by Ganawa. Top of the 6th, Shane McLaughlin comes charging in, and who else but Shane McLaughlin to score against the Dons? Who picked him up? Who was supposed to pick him up is the question. I think Alex Woodyard got caught ball watching. That wasn't his man necessarily, but Che Alexander wasn't able to come away in time. He was trying to sprint towards that top of the 6th to try to get something on it. But I think that's Woodyard. He's got to pick him up. Shane McLaughlin was a good 6-7 yards to Woodyard's left at the top of the 18, and he was free to just run into the top of the 18 and get a free header to that back post. And it's just AFC Wimbledon are in shambles right now. It's terrible. I mean, not terrible. I shouldn't say. They've been playing well. They played well across that first half, but this second half has been all Morecambe. It's been all Morecambe, and I gotta say it's borderline inexcusable, really, for AFC Wimbledon to come out like this, just casual, probably, content with that first half, just coming out really, maybe not slow, but the defensive shape was just not there anyway. Ollie Palmer lays it off. Right-hand side now to Che Alexander. Nicked off by Lee. He's able to clear it, and Stockton held the ball up. And nicked off by Ben Hennigan, throwing for Morecambe. That's just inexcusable, really. Really inexcusable. Come on, man. Just 2 goals in the span of three or 4 minutes. This is like the AFC Wimbledon of old, man. Like AFC Wimbledon of 2019, 2020. They take the lead and then they give away the lead in the span of like 4 minutes, man. Come on. It's just terrible. It's just inexcusable, man. God. Well, AFC Wimbledon have played from 1-0 down, 2-1 down, 3-1 down before. They can do it again. They can do it again. Not the best clearance there from Zanev as McLaughlin picks it up and plays it to the center. Stockton holding the ball up, but nicely done there by Woodyard to come away with it. But then Diagorga fouls Ayub Assal. Damn. That's all I got to say. Just damn. AFC Wimbledon dominating the whole first, maybe not the entirety of the first half, but a good part of that first half. Second half, all Morecambe. The substitution, Wes McDonald coming in for Gibson on that center back position. He's found himself on the attack a lot, giving AFC Wimbledon some major problems. And it's just not what you want to see. AFC Wimbledon giving plenty of space to the players at the top of the box. Plenty of space to Wildig on that first goal to chest it down and play a little incisive pass to Stockton. Second goal, just Alex Woodyard switching off. Alex Woodyard caught ball watching, really. Failed to pick up his man, Shane McLaughlin. Anyway, now Morecambe once again playing on that left-hand side to Wes McDonald once again. Alexander on the defensive end. Slightly nicked, deflected cross from Ben Hennigan, but Nick Zanev was able to come away with it, luckily for AFC Wimbledon. Something's got to give, man. Also, the audio is still not working on the iFollow. So, it's unfortunate. If anybody is watching the game, it's unfortunate they're not able to listen to the commentary. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure my audio was working. It is working. Anyway, sorry. I just came to this. Chislett doing a decent job. Hasn't found an opportunity to play that final ball. Anyway, the final ball, or second to final ball, right now being played on Morecambe. An attack that just petered out, actually. It was a through ball played over to, I don't know who that was, actually, but it was nicely defended there in the end by, who was it that came away? Yeah, it was Alexander. Wow. That was Ryan Delaney. It was a through ball played by Wildig. Ryan Delaney just charging forward, and Henry Lawrence got caught too far forward, and then Delaney took a touch back towards the, he's inside the 18-yard box, took a touch back towards his left, beat Ben Hennigan as Ben Hennigan slips and falls to the floor, but Alexander comes away with that and partially blocks the cross. Thankfully for Alexander, he has been very good defensively today. Alexander maybe could have done slightly better on tracking the run of Shane McLaughlin, but I think that was Woodyard's responsibility. It was under his jurisdiction for that second goal. But Alexander already a couple of game-winning tackles so far in this game. Mebude! Woo! Completely against the run of play. It was a free kick. It was high and forward by Ben Hennigan on AFC Wimbledon's half, and just a knockdown from, it actually deflected off of Alexander's boot, and then all of a sudden Mebude just took it first time top of the 18 and just hit the outside of the post out for a goal kick. I think that was deflected, actually. The referee didn't see it, but that shot was deflected. It's going to be a goal kick for Morecambe. Should have been a corner, but that just came so suddenly. It's like, okay, all right, Shane McLaughlin's going to win this one. Somebody else went for the header, so McLaughlin probably didn't expect it because nobody won the header in the end as two people went for the header, and it kind of just bounced off of McLaughlin's foot. Straight to Mebude, top of the box, took it first time. Anyway, Henry Lawrence on the left-hand side here. Throw in for AFC Wimbledon. I would expect Alexander to take the long throw here. No, instead it's going to be Henry Lawrence. Okay. Nice touch by Henry Lawrence to get around Ganawa. Another touch to get around the center back. Top of the box. Beautiful! Beautiful! What a strike. Ethan Chislett. Beautifully done by Henry Lawrence to get a touch around. That was really good. Henry Lawrence off the throw, and it was a first-time touch back from Will Nightingale, Henry Lawrence gets a touch, a really nice, cheeky touch around Ganawa, and then he's on the goal line, nutmegs the defender, nutmegs O'Connor, plays it to the top of the 18-yard box. It was kind of going away from Ethan Chislett. He kind of takes... Okay, I want to demonstrate. Top of the 18, he's backpedaling, gets an outside of the foot shot on that near post, beats the goalkeeper, and AFC Wimbledon have equalized. Here we go. Come on. That was beautiful. Anyway, no foul there on top of Assal. Okay, luckily, AFC Wimbledon come away with this, and a foul by Cole Stockton on top of Anthony Hardigan. Beautiful. You were asking how Chislett was doing. I said he was doing decent, but hasn't had that opportunity to play that final ball, or just exactly as we saw there, take a shot on goal. I think that might have been his first shot of the game, and what a great time to find it. What a great first shot. Good introduction for Ethan Chislett in terms of the shot department. I know he did start against... let me change the score real quick before I forget. Oh, knockdown here for Chislett. Ooh! Ball's played over for Ollie Palmer. He's won a lot of knockdowns so far. Nods it down to Ethan Chislett. Tries to take it first time. Just kind of shanks it a little bit over the bar. It wasn't a complete mishit. It was just... He was facing away from goal. Tried to wrap his foot around. Didn't get his foot entirely around that one. But the Dons fans on the away end look pretty satisfied now after going down 2-1. Giving away 2 goals. They finally brought it back. AFC Wimbledon showing character. A little bit of inconsistency being shown by AFC Wimbledon to start off the half. The first 10 minutes of the second half, all Morecambe. But now it looks to me like AFC Wimbledon have regathered a foothold of the game. Ollie Palmer on the knockdown here, trying to find somebody. Forced to play it back to Will Nightingale. Will Nightingale switches the play all the way to the right-hand side of Che Alexander. But it was Lee that came away with the header there. Now it's going to be a throw in here for AFC Wimbledon. This game has opened up. This game really has opened up. I expected this to be... I expected Morecambe to kind of just hoof the ball upfield, not all game per se, but I didn't really expect them to create very many chances. And it seems to me like that prediction was coming to fruition until they came with the blistering start to the first half. Anyway, Henry Lawrence takes a touch out wide, plays it over to Ollie Palmer. Ollie Palmer tries to beat the defender Cooney, but Ollie Palmer's not known for his 1v1 ability. Kind of got caught with his feet and tries to take a touch, but not the most agile player in the world. Didn't really keep that ball protected very much, and Cooney was able to come away with it. But now Wimbledon have it once again with Alex Woodyard switches the play over to Che Alexander. Hennigan hoofs it upfield, switches the play to the left this time. Tries to find Ollie Palmer, who has been a prominent target man so far this game. I'd say he's won 80% of the exchanges in the air, has been winning the knockdowns for the likes of Assal and Mebude, has been winning just the knockdowns in general, really, but unfortunately not able to come away with that. Did win the knockdown on that one, but it went towards the goal line. Nobody was able to come away with that one. Will Nightingale wins the header, but then another header won by Morecambe on the center back position. Cole Stockton. What? Are you joking? Cole Stockton has just... It's the goal of the season. It's the goal of the season. He kicks it straight up in the air over Nick Zanev. Ball bounces, hits the bottom of the crossbar, and goes in. I got to recap this. Will Nightingale wins the header. O'Connor wins the header for Morecambe. Ganawa wins the header over Nightingale. Nick Zanev, what is he doing? What is Nick Zanev doing? He's at the top of the 18. Stockton sees that in the corner of his eye. Kicks it like this, straight up in the air, straight over Zanev's head. This unbelievable. The most just inconceivable goal I have ever seen in my life.
Yes, every now and again you'll have somebody that'll kick it from half field, like a Charlie Adam or something, and catch the goalkeeper out of his line. Cole Stockton, even though Nick Zanev was off his line, he shouldn't have been that far off his line. I don't know what the fuck he was doing there. That's still a very difficult shot that he was not even facing the goal. Kicks it straight up in the air. He couldn't have gotten any more perfect. If he had hit it, if he had slightly under hit it, it would have bounced over the bar. If he had slightly over hit it, it would have either hit the bar or gone over the frame. Stockton is just too good. Too good. Anyway, Henry Lawrence on the left here inside the box. Overlapping run by Chislett. That's a pen. No! Oh. And he's going to get a yellow card. Yeah, yellow card for diving. Maybe did milk the contact a little bit. It's just unbelievable, dude. It's unbelievable. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. Anyway, let me see once again if that was a pen or not. Yeah, milked the contact. He kind of stuck his leg out just looking for the contact, but nah. It wasn't. AFC Wimbledon in desperation. Who did I bring on? Woodyard off. I think Woodyard has not been... There were one or two instances in which he's played a couple of decent balls, but other than that, defensively lost his mark at times. I'd bring Woodyard off and play a 4-1. 4-1. I don't know. Maybe 1 in the center mid. Anyway, Chislett playing on the right-hand side. I'll think of subs right in a second. Che Alexander plays a nice little curling, looping ball ahead to the back post. Dapo Mebude at the back post. Nice to see that the Dons fans are still clapping. They're still, holding out hope that something will come of this. But who would I bring off? I'd say Woodyard. I would say Luke McCormick should come on as a center attacking mid. Or maybe not attacking mid, but outside mid. Maybe have Assal. Okay. 2 strikers. Palmer, Mebude. Have still 3 up front with Chislett as the attacking mid, McCormick out wide, Assal out wide, Hardigan back post here. Sorry, Woodyard coming off. Oof. Woodyard tries to take a shot. It goes all the way to the left-hand side. Top of the box here, Che Alexander plays a square ball over to Lawrence, tries to take a shot, partially deflected. Not fully, though. Anthony Hardigan, not a penalty. Not enough for a penalty. Tries to take a touch around his defender. Maybe a little bit of a nick from the defender, but not enough for a penalty. Fuck, man. I would say Woodyard off. Four 4-1-3-2, I'd say, with Hardigan as the holder. If not, just play a 4-4-2. 4-4-2, I'd say. 2 strikers. Just have... Freaking Luke McCormick should come on right now, honestly. Have Dapo Mebude play as a striker. Maybe Presley coming on as a sub, but I don't know if he's going to be influential enough. I think Dapo Mebude has been solid so far. I think Ole Palmer has been solid so far in terms of winning the knockdowns and in terms of just being an overall attacking threat. Not just... he hasn't seen himself finding... He hasn't found an opportunity to take a shot at goal yet, but... disappointing. Luke McCormick has to come on. I would say Nesta Guinness Walker, but then Lawrence has been good on the attacking end. Alexander has been good on the defensive end. I think Luke McCormick is just it's the obvious choice here, really. I think he is the player to point at right now. Everyone else is kind of meh. You can argue that Nesta Guinness Walker could come on as fresh legs, but the outside backs are playing pretty well right now for AFC Wimbledon. The goals really came... I think it was the midfielders' faults for the first 2 goals, really. The midfield just didn't do their job. Woodyard, Hardigan didn't do their jobs tracking defensively. And then the 3rd goal, that was all Zanev, really. All Zanev and all Stockton, honestly. Just, that guy's not human, man. He already has, 7 goals in 6 appearances so far? Jeez. Anyway, free kick on the right-hand side here. Ethan Chislett drawing the foul. gone down. Still down. Let's take a look at the live results, shall we? AFC Wimbledon are in 13th as it stands. 13. AFC Wimbledon are now the second worst in terms of goals conceded. But they are the second best in terms of goals scored. This needs to change. This has to change. Chislett, and I'll get into it more in my analysis, my post-match analysis, but Hardigan to take. Oh, that's a good ball. Let's go! Come on! Nightingale at that back post. Hardigan to Nightingale. Can you think of a better duo? Nightingale has a good 4 goals, headed goals so far this season. Hardigan with all of those deliveries. Anthony Hardigan has been an absolute fucking gold mine, boys, in terms of the delivery. Beautiful. Back post. Back post, gorgeous. Top of the 6. Easy flick in for Will Nightingale. It's 3-3. This is shades of Plymouth versus AFC Wimbledon last season. And guys, this is not healthy. This is not good for my mental health. What the hell is this? Like, AFC Wimbledon are, I swear to God, they have the most potential in this league. Yet they just have, they are the most susceptible to just bottling it. That being said, foul, okay, counter-attacking opportunity. Dapo Mebude wasn't able to win the knockdown. It was Cooney that was defending him, so nicely done there by Cooney. But it was a 2v2 opportunity. The ball was hoofed upfield. I accidentally closed my foot. I accidentally closed the tab. It would have been a 2v2 opportunity if Dapo Mebude had won that knockdown. But my God, this is just so open-ended. This is probably the most open-ended game I've seen in a long time. Oh, all I had to do was refresh the page, and the commentary is back up and running. Okay, commentary's back. This is not good for my mental health, and I don't think this is good for any AFC Wimbledon fans' mental health right now. I mean, this game has just completely exceeded expectations on a neutral standpoint. I don't know if very many neutral fans are going to be watching some random guy rambling on about some League One sides, but it is what it is. Man. $21 goals in all comps so far for AFC Wimbledon. 14 goals in League One thus far in 7 appearances. 13 goals against in not all appearances, but in League One appearances. Nightingale wins the header, but then Cooney wins the header on the other end. And it's going to be Nesta Guinness-Walker coming in. I did have him as a potential sub, but I wasn't entirely sure. I would have rather had Luke McCormick come on, but it's going to be Nesta Guinness-Walker for Dapo Mebude, ladies and gentlemen. That's an interesting one. Are they going to have Henry Lawrence push up to the left mid position or left wing in this case? Interesting. Let's see. Is Guinness-Walker going to play as a left back or left mid? Left back, I would have to assume. Maybe pushing up Henry Lawrence. Alfred McCalmont coming in for Morecambe. Don't know if I butchered that or not. Let's take a look. I think Guinness-Walker is going to play as the left mid. From what I'm seeing so far, he is playing a little bit high here. I find it interesting. We'll see how he does. I know he's notably an outside back, but he does have the pace and he does have the attacking prowess to be able to raise some alarm bells for Morecambe's back line. So we'll see. Alfred McCalmont coming in for Wildig on the side of Morecambe. It's Alfie McCalmont, not Alfree McCalmont. Oh, Wes McDonald on the right hand side being triple teamed by the MK what? Okay. Yeah, AFC Wimbledon triple teaming Wes McDonald. He has been a problem all half. It was Alex Woodard that came away with the ball there, but then it was Ben Hennigan that tried to clear his lines. Not fully though, as it's going to be a throw in or a corner kick actually for Morecambe as the ball deflected back over and deflected back off of Hennigan actually. So kind of a weird exchange. Oh, cleared by Palmer on the corner kick. He has been all over the place in terms of winning headers on the defensive end and offensive end. Cooney comes forward, double teamed by Assal and Lawrence. Cooney tried to thread it through to Ganawa. They still have possession though, Morecambe, and McLaughlin tries to play it over, and he does actually. McCalmont, don't give space to Stockton. Okay. Stockton tried to turn towards the top of the 18-yard box, but ran right into Anthony Hartigan, and now a foul committed there by Shane McLaughlin on top of Ayuba Sal after he tried to turn away. Nice little ball, hoofing it up over to Nesta Guinness-Walker by Alex Woodyard, and that's a dangerous challenge there by Ganawa. Not dangerous, but mistimed, but Ganawa was going to come away with nothing more than just a warning there. Yeah, the referee has given 2 yellow cards for simulation, but mistimed challenges hasn't given anything. Honestly, on paper, a draw will disappoint me. But the way this game has been going, in terms of AFC Wimbledon's inconsistency and rather erratic style of play this second half, honestly, I'll be fine with a draw, but I'll still be disappointed. That other side of me will still be disappointed. That other side of me that sets high expectations for AFC Wimbledon. It sets high expectations, generally speaking. I think this will be a let-off. I think this is going to be more of a win for Morecambe than it will be for AFC Wimbledon. But still got 12 minutes to go. Still got a little bit of football to be played here. Ollie Palmer holding the ball up for a couple of seconds, tries to find somebody who has to force it back over to Henry Lawrence. Back over to Palmer. Takes too long to get it off his feet, though, and Shane McLaughlin nicks the ball off him, comes away with it. Wes McDonald on that left-hand side has been a constant problem. Plays a decent ball in. Goodness. Zanev went for the ball there, but then Nightingale was in position. He tried to chest it down to Che Alexander, but the chest down wasn't with enough force, so Nightingale had to run back over and clear his lines. Bit of miscommunication there from Zanev and Nightingale. That time I wouldn't necessarily blame Zanev, although I think that was still Nightingale's... It was still in his jurisdiction. The ball was a little bit far away from Zanev there, so... Zanev, not really the best game. A little bit sloppy in terms of his decision-making, especially with that third goal coming from Stockton. I mean, that goal was... It couldn't have been placed any better. You wouldn't think that a chip over the goalkeeper would be straight up in the air, like kind of like a 75-degree angle, straight up vertically in the air. But it happened. Joe Stockton did it. And it was essentially a Charlie Adam goal, but on steroids, because it wasn't a it wasn't a horizontally oriented shot. It was a vertically oriented shot. So one of the most bizarre goals I've ever seen in my life. But that's just the kind of quality that someone like Joe Stockton has. I did mention before the stream, Joe Stockton could score from anywhere. He can be facing away from goal and he'll just blast it top corner. It doesn't matter. Joe Stockton, I feel like, will be in the top 5 goal scorers this season. He has been fantastic for Morecambe. But George Marsh coming on as a substitute for, I would assume, Alex Woodyard. No, instead it's going to be Ethan Chislett. Not too bad. I think Ethan Chislett has been decent, but I think tactical subs more than anything. Aaron Presley also coming on as a substitute for Ollie Palmer. Still going to play one up front. Still playing essentially a 4-2-3-1 here. But yeah, this time it's going to be, Nesta Guinness Walker on that left wing position. Aaron Presley as the striker. Little overlap here between Alexander and Woodyard, but Alexander loses the ball on that left-hand side. McDonald loses the ball. Aaron Presley, nice little back flick first time over to Ayub Assal. Beats 2 defenders, Ayub Assal! What a block there by Wes Matthews after he initially gave the ball away. And Aaron Presley, first time, he kind of back-heeled it with the bottom of his boot. Aaron Presley beat one defender, beat the next after taking him back over to his left. Beat the defender number 15. Number 20. Yeah, Delaney actually tracking back defensively there, but beat 1, beat 2, tried to take a shot with his left foot, but not Wesley Matthews, Wes McDonald rather. I was thinking of a player for the LA Lakers. Came back and just charged back and blocked that one. So making amends for giving the ball away there. Corner kick came away, headed away, but not out. Not fully clear, out for another corner kick here for AFC Wimbledon. Let's see that delivery, Hardigan. Let's see it. The fans are waiting in anticipation on the away end. AFC Wimbledon fans. Cross comes in. Nightingale almost on that one. He did come over with the header there, but the header wasn't as powerful or as strong as usual. It was kind of around the near post area. Nightingale tries to knot it back in, but it's going to be a goal kick instead for Morecambe. The audio just... I don't know what's going on, but the audio on iFollow is just cutting out. It's not my headphones, I can tell you that for sure, because my headphones are working, so hopefully they can get that situated. Actually, no, never mind. Oh, so that's what happened. I clicked the mute button on accident on the tab. I was trying to click in between tabs, and I tried to click back over to the iFollow tab, and accidentally clicked the mute button. Microsoft Edge has a mute button on the tab. Anyway. Woodyard on the right. Plays it back over to Alexander. He's looking for a ball in, but he's forced to play all the way back to Nick Zadev. It's good pressure there by the outside back of Morecambe. Yeah, AFC Wimbledon playing around the back just a little bit too casually, and there was a deflection off of one of the Morecambe players as Che Alexander tried to get clear his lines there. So, game coming down to the wire here. This has been one of the more emotionally stimulating games that I've seen in a very long time. Very, very mixed emotions here. On one end, AFC Wimbledon with very good quality football being played in the first half, but the second half just started off really slow, really casual, mainly on the defensive end, more so than the offensive end. But that and just in the first 10 minutes, they didn't really create too much either on the offensive end. They had good spells of possession, but didn't create anything. Anyway, ball on the right-hand side to Ganawa. Slid in by Will Nightingale, but didn't come away with it. Maybe overextended a little bit on that tackle. Oof. Che Alexander on that far post just had his chest towards goal, just kind of chested it down, took a touch to his outside, and got his lines cleared. Very good work from Che Alexander there. Che Alexander has been an absolute gold mine so far on the defensive end today. I want to see that again. Cross came in. Nobody was able to get on the other end of it. Yeah, Che Alexander chest touch down and first touch back over to Assal, or second touch back over to Assal. Cleared his lines. Didn't clear his lines, but got the danger. The danger was passed due to some really good quality play there by Che Alexander to get it out safely. Che Alexander has been fantastic today. I think Delaney has been playing more of a outside back role. Him and McDonald have been switching positions. Delaney's listed as a left mid, but I think he switched off with McDonald earlier in the half. Okay, ball looping high and intended for Presley. The ball was partially cleared. Hardigan tried to take it first time. The ball was bouncing, shanked it way over the bar there. Good attempt by Hardigan, as really there was no other option but to shoot there. But Hardigan didn't catch it sweetly there. But yeah, sorry if there was a bit of confusion there. I was talking all sorts of game about how Wes McDonald was going up from the center back position, but in reality, he wasn't playing as a center back. He's playing as a left mid / left wing. Woodyard here to Presley, who comes in deep, feeds Che Alexander back over to Woodyard on the right-hand side. I noticed Woodyard has been shifting over to the outside every now and again. But anyway, they get dispossessed, AFC Wimbledon. Good pressure being played here. Okay, Lawrence intercepts. Oh, Presley? No? Okay. There was a long ball, and Presley kind of shrugged his defender off there. Shrugged off Delaney, who's now playing on the defensive end, but unfortunately the ball was just too far ahead of him. He wasn't able to get on the end of that one. Oh, Diagorga takes a heavy touch, and Hardigan comes blistering in and dispossesses Diagorga. Takes advantage of Diagorga's heavy touch, and Diagorga fouled him. Yellow card here, I would expect from Diagorga after he fouled Hardigan. Yeah, he's going to be in the book here. Yeah, yellow card actually for Delaney. It was Diagorga that got dispossessed, but then Hardigan he dispossessed Diagorga, then tried to take a second touch, try to play it over to somebody on the right. And he got fouled as Delaney came charging in to try to dispossess him. Nicely done there by Hardigan to read the play. Kind of half expected Diagorga to take a heavy touch. And even if he didn't, he would have pressured Diagorga, forced him maybe to make a mistake around the midfield area. So Hardigan now at around 35 yards out around the center is going to be placing this one. It would be preferable if the ball were to be on the outside. But let's see what kind of ball he can play in here. Maybe a knockdown from Presley. Yes, knockdown towards the top of the six. Woo! Hennigan came sprinting forward. I thought he was going to be... Yeah, he was going to be... Yeah, it was a good knockdown by Presley. I thought he was going to be the one winning the knockdown. But instead it was Hennigan that was on the back post actually initially on that right-hand side, who came charging in to try to get something on it and sticks his foot out actually, partially deflected there by Delaney. Tried to use the outside of his foot there, Ben Hennigan, to try to steer it in. And it's going to be deflected out for a corner kick. Nicely done there by Presley to win that knockdown. It went straight up in the air, though. It wasn't a knockdown, per se. Ball over to the back post. Hennigan back post, tries to steer it. Wasn't that close to the frame, though, as I think he kind of got put off there by whoever was defending him. Yeah, it was good defending by Delaney. Kind of shrugged him off a little bit, shoulder to shoulder, kind of put off the header attempt a little bit, and the header was well wide. Despite him being in a good position, Ben Hennigan on that back post. So Delaney, tactical foul against Hardigan to stop the run of play, and then good defending there, not to win the header against Hardigan, but to put him off. So good defending there shown by Delaney on the side of Morecambe. But AFC Wimbledon are, for the past 15-20 minutes, have shown signs of life ever since they scored that third goal, that equalizer once again. It's been all Wimbledon. Hasn't been all Wimbledon throughout the 90 minutes, but nonetheless, most of the game has been controlled by AFC Wimbledon. That being said, though, it's all about those opportunities. When you have a run of play where you don't play well for 5 minutes, you lose your marks, you don't play very well, you don't keep possession very well, give the ball away like they did in the first 10 minutes of that half. Shit like that's going to happen. It wasn't really a case where they kept giving the ball away. It was more so Morecambe taking their chances effectively. Launched high and forward. Presley wins the knockdown again. Nesta Guinness Walker on the left-hand side plays a decent ball over. Intended for Assal, won by Lee. Cleared their lines. Nightingale tried to steer it over to Hardigan, but Ganawa wins it. Back over to the left-hand side here for McDonald. Going to try to take on Che Alexander, but takes it back over to his right foot. Tries to play it over to Stockton. Header won by Nightingale. Cooney at the top of the box here. Back over square to McLaughlin. Zanev comes out. Nice. Zanev, comes out. Nicely done there by Zanev to come out, but then the ball slipped out of his hands. Zanev came out before the cross was made, anticipating that the cross would be played at the top of the box. Kind of slipped, though. The ball slipped off his grasp, but he was able to collect it on the first bounce. Another sketchy situation there. Another sketchy moment by Nick Zanev, who's been kind of shaky so far this game. Made a couple decent saves, but that third goal came off his line with Stockton around 35 yards out, able to just... When I say chip, I mean literally hoof it straight up and over Nick Zanev. That was... I was utterly pissed after that one. I didn't really show it. I tried to be as level-headed as possible. Dude, I was pissed. I was pissed, man. But anyway, 2.5 minutes to go in this game. Maybe something will come of nothing here. Maybe they could just score a goal and just scrape the 3 points and move on. Guinness Walker played the ball over to Marsh, and Marsh tried to play it back over to Guinness Walker. Kind of a 1-2 attempt, but they weren't on the same page as Guinness Walker was half expecting a pass back, a square pass back, but Guinness Walker wasn't expecting the overlapping pass. Hardigan plays a crisp pass over to Nesta Guinness Walker, left foot. Deflected. Yeah, deflected out for a corner kick. Nice ball over. Good ball over by Hardigan. Very crisp pass. And Cooney tried to run out and cut off the pass, but it was Guinness Walker that kind of shrugged him off with his shoulder, took a touch, left foot, tried to power it to that near post inside the 18, but it was deflected out for a corner kick. Here we go. Anthony Hardigan. We all know how good he is with the delivery. We all know the threat that AFC Wimbledon possess in these corner kicks. We'll see what happens here. Come on, boys. 1.5 minutes to go here. 5 minutes of extra time, by the way. Assal, top of the box! Golazo! 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 Anthony, I'm sorry. Ayub Assal takes a touch after the headed clearance. Uses his laces. Bar down! Bar down! Top corner, bar down. Come on! This has to be, I'm telling you guys right now, this has to be the game of the season. League One game of the season. Topped off, the goals that have been scored this game from both sides have been fantastic, but AFC Wimbledon, against the run of play in this particular goal, the header won by, I don't know who that was that won the header. It was a good ball at the top of the box. Header won by McDonald. And Ganawa tries to win the header over Assal. It bounces off of his shoulder, and then the ball bounced off of Assal's thigh, and Assal took it one time, wasn't even facing the goal. Top corner, bar down. Come on. Come on. Fucking A, man. This has been. It's not over yet, though. Lee, now over to McLaughlin, tries to play a ball over. Nice looping ball over to... That's a push-off, though, no? It was a poor header anyway by Stockton on that back post. Heads it way over the frame, high and looping over. He did push off of Woodyard, though. I thought that might have been a foul. But anyway, AFC Wimbledon escape with a victory. I will say escape, even though on paper they deserve to win. But they did not tackle, they did not approach this game, mainly the second half, they did not approach that second half with nearly as much conviction and consistency as they should have, really. But no, come on. 5.5 minutes. Come on. 34 seconds over the allotted time. Stoppage time. Come on, boys. Oh my god. Boys, how did this happen? How did this happen? This is just unreal. I just don't believe it. Okay, one last chance here for Morecambe. Where's the whistle? Ref, did you shove the whistle up your ass? Come on. Blow it. Come on. Yes. Come on. The difference between this AFC Wimbledon side, this AFC Wimbledon team, and the AFC Wimbledon team from last season, character, resilience, camaraderie, and just the willingness to keep pursuing a result despite all odds. Last season, AFC Wimbledon, just whenever they were up, they would concede 2 goals, and that was the end of it. You know, they wouldn't come back. But AFC Wimbledon, almost every game, it seems like, against Bolton, down 3-1, scored 2 goals in the second half, in the span of 3 minutes, actually. 3-3. Against Ipswich, down 2-0, scored 2 goals. Those 2 goals were more spread out throughout the half, though. Against Oxford, 1-0 down, equalized, and then scored 2 goals in the span of like 3 minutes later in that half. This game, it's just a seesaw, man. I have mixed emotions, but I have my players that I thought did fantastic today, and I have my players that I thought really could have shown more. The players on my naughty list today, I don't really have too many on my naughty list, but I would say Alex Woodyard would have to be on my naughty list. I think at times just kind of got lazy on the defensive end, got caught ball watching on a couple of instances, notably that second goal where Shane McLaughlin just came from absolutely nowhere, blindsided. You didn't even see him on the screen if you were watching the game. He all of a sudden came charging in and won the header. Really good cross played in, but I think that was Wildig that played in that cross from Morecambe. That second goal was just very preventable. The first goal, just overall, the defense collectively just gave too much space for Morecambe. Top of the 18, Wildig was able to chest it down at the top of the 18, play an incisive pass over to Stockton, who, by the way, Stockton now has 7 goals in the season. So he's going to be a threat for Morecambe. Another player I'd say maybe on the naughty list, I don't know, actually. Will Nightingale was kind of spotty today defensively. Won a lot of headers and was decent defensively throughout some of the game. But maybe on that first goal could have done better in terms of cutting out Wildig or I don't know. But the players on my nice list, I have a couple. Che Alexander made a couple of really crucial tackles. One in the first half where there was a ball played over the top, and he has had kind of a pattern of having the ball looped over the top, maybe over committing a little bit in the center of the top of the 6 rather than being on that far post. This time he was around the far post, and he was able to cut off the shot attempt coming in from one of the players from Morecambe. And another really good tackle being made towards that second half. I forget the context of it. And another instance in which there was a good ball played over the top by Ganawa to the back post. I think that it was intended for Stockton. But he chested it down immediately, played it square to Ethan Chislett, knew where his positioning was relative to Stockton's positioning, and knew where Chislett was on the corner of his eye. Played it over to Chislett on the right-hand side. Nicely done there in that situation. And then Ayoub Assal was fantastic today. Ayoub Assal obviously scoring that last goal. But aside from the goal, he was fairly active off the ball as per usual. And there were a couple of instances in which, he played a decent, overlapping pass. Sometimes he was on the other end of the overlap, though. And then Ollie Palmer, even though he did come off, even though he didn't really have too much of an impact in terms of the goals, he wasn't really involved in the goals per se. He was involved in a couple of chances that were created. did hold up the play quite often, did play a hold-up play, left it for the likes of Assal or Mebude making the runs on the outside. Mebude was fairly solid today. Created a couple of chances, one in the first half, one in the second half, both of which he was just charging down the goal line. And then I got to say, I think, who else was solid? Henry Lawrence was a very key player on the offensive end. He actually took a very good touch around Ganawa on that left-hand side and then took a touch around the other defender, O'Connor, to... the goal obviously was scored by Will Nightingale in the corner, but he was the one that created that chance for the corner. Henry Lawrence beating two players there and taking playing the cross into the top of the six, and the ball went out for a corner. And then obviously Anthony Hartigan, he's always going to be a danger in terms of whipping the balls into the box. He was fantastic in terms of the delivery. Fantastic delivery into Will Nightingale for that third goal. Fantastic free kick, by the way, to open up the proceedings in the 5th minute. Anthony Hartigan has been an absolute goldmine. He is a must-start player each and every time for AFC Wimbledon. Not sure if they're going to start Woodyard next time out. Maybe have George Marsh, actually. George Marsh didn't see the ball too often, as he did come in like around the 72nd minute or so. But I think George Marsh has a lot of promise, and I think perhaps have George Marsh starting over Woodyard next time. But I know Woodyard will come back. He's a solid player, just not his day today. Honestly, mixed feelings in terms of how they played today. Mixed emotions, but they come away with the win anyway. That's what you like to see from AFC Wimbledon. In these type of games where you'll have these games, any team, no matter how quality they are, no matter how much promise they possess, every now and again, you'll have these games in which you'll have these sort of hiccup games where they don't play as well as they should, where they don't play consistently throughout the 90 minutes. But the difference like I mentioned, the difference between this AFC Wimbledon team and AFC Wimbledon teams prior, they have the character, they have the mentality that Mark Robinson has really driven into them that past managers really fail to implement, like the likes of Wally Downs, Glenn Hodges. They fail to really hardwire that sort of mental fortitude into this side. So really happy with the result. Not necessarily happy with the way Wimbledon played throughout the game. First half was solid. Second half was a seesaw affair, really. But they come away with the win. Anthony Hartigan, golazo. Ayub Assal, golazo. Will Nightingale, good header, very good creation. Ethan Chislett, decent goal. All around decent performance. I want to say not consistent, but when they were on, they were on. So, AFC Wimbledon come away. I'm going to watch some highlights from the Premier League. I think everyone is booming on Twitter right now because of Cristiano Ronaldo starting for Manchester United. So I'll take a look at the highlights for those games. Results around the league before I go. Real quick. It's going to be... Technical difficulties. Plymouth 3-0 over Sheffield Wednesday. What the hell's going on with Sheffield Wednesday? 13 shots, 3 on target for Sheffield Wednesday. They only had 2-1 at the end of the first half. 5-1 Lincoln City over Cambridge. 2-1 Sunderland over Accrington. That was kind of expected. Wigan 2-1 over Doncaster. Expected. MK Dons 1-0 over Pompey. Kind of expected. Not expected, actually. That was kind of a close affair. Alex Griffin's not going to be happy. 5-2 Bolton over Ipswich. So some results going our way, and AFC Wimbledon are now sitting atop the top 5. They now see themselves in 4th. So very good result. Happy with the way the game ended. So that being said, their next fixture is going to be against Plymouth Argyle. We'll see how that goes.